Hello guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast server multiplayer with me, McReaps. Running the Direwolf20 Mod Pack, and I left you last time, I think around about here. I'd literally just cleared out a couple of areas. Do apologise for the noise, zombies be baking upstairs. I cleared out a couple of areas for the farming, and yeah, just got some manual farm set up. As you can see, I've got all that looking nice and pretty. I've got my potatoes, corn, wheat, cactus, carrots, flax seeds, my sugar canes, and in these rooms we have the red and brown mushrooms. Sometimes we have a little surprise. We might have the occasional zombie, which is always entertaining, as long as it's not a creeper one day when I open it up, because that would be well, nothing less than devastating for me. So we'll come in here, we'll collect some mushrooms. So this episode, guys, is going to be just a little catch up of where I'm at so far, what I've done, and then it's going to be more regular uploads of what I'm doing at that current time. So yeah, I can't apologise enough that I've kind of gone off the rails slightly and just barreled forward, went mining. That was the whole plan, just go mining, get a load of resources, come back, build stuff on camera with you. You can see me learn as I go. What's that down there? Yeah, you could see me learn as I go, trial and error, and progress through that way, but never quite worked out because I got a good haul. Figured I'll just make one machine, and it kind of snowballed from there. So I'll run through and show you what I've actually made. So I've showed you my farm area, I'll come back to this in a second. I have my livestock area over here. Again, I'll just brighten the place up a little bit, give it a bit of natural light. A creeper will seriously ruin my day up there, it'll just come right through. But sheepsies, going to have some chickens here, some cows, and hopefully eventually some pigs here. I will get rid of this as well because this isn't needed. I was just toying around with a couple of ideas. Over this side I have my nether portal. So pop into the nether, I'll quickly show you sort of nether spawn I got. Hello pigman. I thought I hit the jackpot with this this nether spawn, I really did. So I popped here, there was a little base. I thought, oh great. Never knew you had a cobblestone base when you come to the nether. So anyway, I proceeded to box myself in, make it nice and secure because there was gas everywhere. And then I thought that's a job well done. Go back home, get some more resources, and this is what happened. Ta-da! Hey pigman, get back into the nether, this place isn't for you, dude. So, whoa, what's going on here? This is kind of what happened. I popped out, and lo and behold, I am at Blood's place. Now, I could go up there and show you what's going on up there. It is kind of cool. I'm not going to ruin that just yet. That's going to be for another video. When I show you what the guys are up to, I'm going to let them explain one of his little creations, which I think is just genius. Not seen anybody else try it, or if they have done it, it's not documented. There's no tutorial on how to do it, as far as I can see anyway. So that's going to be kind of exciting to have him showcase that for you. His little discovery that he's got going on up there. So yeah, that's the conundrum that I kind of had. I jumped out there and had a big 500 block run to get back home. I think it's about 500 blocks. Let me just enable my marker options again. There's nothing in here anyway. So I ran home. I figured I'd don't really want to get rid of the portal or anything, so I'll keep using it. But what I've done is made a linking book for Mistcraft. Now, for those of you that don't know how to make a linking book, like I was completely unaware, it's really easy. You just make a book. I'll show you how to do everything here. Book. So you make a regular book, which is just leather, 3 pieces of paper, and create your book. Once you have your book, you just drop it into your crafting inventory, and it'll create what's called a linking book. Linking book, this little green book here. Yeah, and just drop it into the crafting, it'll make a linking book. What happens is it makes a copy of the location of where you created the book. So what I done is I ran all the way home. I made 2 books. I made 1 linking book where I stood at the time, and then I came down to the nether again, and the second book I made here in the corner. So it's just a quick way for me to get home or to the nether if I wanted to go this way. There we go. So yeah, I've kind of learnt a few little things. Learnt that you need to put it, well, you don't need to put it on a book stand, but it just looks a bit prettier, doesn't it, than just sitting on the floor. I think I need to make like a writing table or something to rename them, so eventually I will do that. As you can see here, kind of spoiled my own little surprise there. Oh, let me go close the doors. Don't want the pigman coming through it. So yeah, on this side, as you've already seen, I have my Mistcraft side of the room. Hopefully I'm going to have like a digger world and things like that, so we don't absolutely ruin this world and annoy everybody on the server with quarries. And then I've got my enchantment table. I've made my 15 bookcases to get a maximum of 30 enchants. And made my little enchantment table. And then in here I have nothing right now, but this is going to be my Thaumcraft room, which will be good fun. Looking forward to getting into that. Here I've upgraded all my chests. That was something that I discovered off camera. Kind of kicked myself again, can't apologise enough for going as far forward as I have. I know for a lot of you guys, I guess he's 5 days progress for me, probably playing a couple of hours here and there, and it's not like massive progress, but for somebody that never knew anything but vanilla, this is these chests and everything are just huge for me. I done the thing of running down the stairs, doing a bit of mining, filling the inventory real quick, coming back up, dumping everything off, and everything just kind of got scattered around. It's a little bit more organised now, but yeah, there's still bits and pieces everywhere, like this chest for example, and this one. It was one of the guys on the server that said, just upgrade your chest, because I was kind of saying, oh, I wish you could have more room in these, and like the double chest thing is, as far as I knew, 2 chests side by side, it create a double chest. But yeah, you get these little chest upgrades, and for people that don't know, you can get these little chest upgrades. It's just iron ingots, 8 iron ingots surrounding a piece of wood for the iron chest upgrade, but you get upgrades of all different levels, and I'm guessing each one has more space. Such a cool little feature. It opened up a lot of space for me in the same sort of area, so it was great. The next little thing that I found out was the project table, and I love this thing. If you're anything like me, and almost everybody's done it at some point or other, you come to a crafting table, boink boink boink, you don't have all of your bits and pieces that you need, you exit out, spells on the floor, comedy of errors, and you spend all the time picking it back up, going to the chest, getting all your stuff. Just come over here, everything's still left on the crafting table, on the project table. Just that alone is fantastic. But you've also got this here. It's like it's its own little storage area. So again, great fun. Saved me a lot of time. Still got the old crafting table. Nostalgic. Gonna keep it there forever. And then I have my regular furnace that you've seen before, and I upgraded to an iron furnace as well. Again, an iron furnace is just 8 iron ingots around the outside, creating a square, hollow square, creates an iron furnace. Still powered with coal, just it's much more efficient and quicker. So we have that. Showed you the farm. Let's see here. It's just my little mining area down there. My little item frame with the pickaxe in there, just to test out what that thing does. Kinda cool. What I'm thinking about doing is just a little item frame above the doors here, just to let people know what's beyond the doors. And it's not a game changer, but it's just a neat little touch. What else did I do after that? Yeah, so I got a few bits and pieces here, like my gold, iron, tin, copper, and I figured, right, it's time to start making machines. The plan was dig out a basement. I kind of wanted to have everything contained in one chunk, so I came down here and dug out a basement. What I ended up doing was about 45 stone pickaxes, and it was just painstaking. I mean, look at the size of the area that I dug out. I'd say a good 95% of this was cobblestone. Yeah, them pickaxes don't last very long, man. It was soul destroying, but I got there in the end, and everything was fine and dandy. Separate the layers a little bit. What I plan to do is have this as my machine room. Oh, I've just realised I've got this chunk loaded, and then I've gone and built on the outside like a complete newbie. Oh dear God. Might need to move this in a little bit. I'll figure something out. We'll see how things go. That's what I get for trying to be too smart. Anyway, as you can see over here, I got my generators up and running. Again, I don't want to keep teaching old dogs new tricks or anything like that. I know I'm not going to be winning any BAFTAs or anything like that. What was that? But I just want to teach people that are in my situation that have never done Feed the Beast before, never seen any of this. This is all new. They've stumbled across my channel for tips and tricks, and they've just found a complete newbie, but they want to bumble along the game with them. I want to be able to show you what I've learned, basically. So your best friend is going to be NEI. So you just hit E, bring up NEI. In here you can search for things, so like gen, it'll bring up your generator. The hardest thing about Feed the Beast is knowing what everything does. Now it's just trial and error of me. I asked the guys what I could use to create energy, and they gave me a list of different things, steam engines and solar power, generators. So obviously I latched onto generator, typed it in, and this is what I found. So the other little thing that I figured out, now all this is probably readily available on a wiki somewhere, on a step-by-step guide on how to, but this is me learning it all fresh. So I just figured out that you could left click on something. If you didn't know how it was built, for example, you don't know how the furnace is built, left click shows you the recipe. Shaped crafting just means it can be done on a crafting table. It doesn't need to be done in a machine. Iron ingots, again, shaped crafting. If you have a block of iron, just pop it in there, pop it in a crafting table, and it'll give you 8 iron ingots. Same with the nuggets. You go across here, the pages, that'll stay in shaped crafting. But up at the top you can go across and it'll show you like shapeless crafting. Is this minium stone? I'm guessing that doesn't need to be in any sort of order. Shapeless just meaning plop 4 obsidian in there with the minium stone and you'll get that. Again, you go across smelting, obviously in a furnace. There's many different types of furnaces. So yeah, it just shows you how to do everything really. Alloy furnace, powered furnace, slag furnace. So it's nice and easy. Let's get back on track here. So you can see I figured out the recipe just by coming here, clicking on generator, iron furnace, figured out how to do that. Refined iron, went across, figured it, iron ingots in a smelter gives you refined iron. Same with the battery. Now not all of them, if you left click, not all of them will actually show up. I'm not sure if that's just because it's something in beta or whatever it is. If that's the case, just type in a couple of letters of it, you'll see it in the list there. Left click again and it'll show you how to make it. So rechargeable battery, everything there. Now I'm not going to break everything down, it's just that's the learning process. So yeah, NAI is your friend. Let's get off there. So the generator basically is exactly what it sounds like. It generates electricity from a fuel source, and in this case it's either coal coke or standard coal itself. And you pop standard coal in, this is the internal buffer, it'll fill itself up and then it'll pass the power on. In fact no, I don't think it'll fill itself up first. I think what it'll do is it'll fill the machine it's connected to up, in this case a bat box, and then once that's full it'll continue filling its internal buffer and then it'll stop. Bat box is literally just an energy storage, a power storage unit. It holds 40,000 units of EU, which is quite a lot considering one of these batteries, one of the rechargeable batteries holds 10,000 I believe, and in there you can plug rechargeable batteries that are full. You can plug them in there and it'll power up the bat box, or you can plug them at the top here and it'll drain the bat box and fill up the item at the top. Now this is useful for the way that I mine, because I wanted to find out if there was a quicker way of after doing this soul destroying pickaxe work. I just went nuts on NAI and started looking at mining, not just but mine, and I was like, wow, what is this? A mining drill? Cool. So I still going to make the mining laser, find out what that's all about. I'm sure I could go on YouTube, like these turtles and things, I've seen them getting made before, by Direwolf. Direwolf had one of these, I'm sure, but I've not watched them from the start. I've just kind of skipped around the episode, so I've missed a lot of the basics of what you make first. Kind of want to discover it myself as well. If I really do get stuck, then I'll go look at tutorials, but yeah, the basic mining drill was so easy, I just couldn't help but do it. And you look here, refined iron, again very easy. Electrical circuit, very easy. What else? Yeah, just a battery, and that makes a drill. So I was like, cool, no worries, it looks like it needs energy. So I was trying, at first I was trying to put it straight into here, which seemed to work. It was cool, but there was just kind of took a long time. So then I started looking on the wiki, on mining drills and things like that, and bat packs came up. Now, to see what a backpack is, it's one of these. There's people saying, yeah, you need at least a backpack if you're going to go with the drill. The biggest draw to go for the drill is that you can turn it into a diamond drill fairly easy. If you find 3 diamonds, just plop 3 diamonds around the outside of the drill in a pyramid shape, and it becomes a diamond drill. It can cut through the same things that a diamond pickaxe can. Sometimes not as fast, I feel, but in the majority of the cases it's much faster. It doesn't lose durability, it won't break, so you're saving in the long term. You're saving on 3 diamonds every time a pickaxe would break, and all you need to do is keep recharging it. Now, it holds 10,000 units, energy units, I guess those are electric units. It holds 10,000, the same as a battery, and you can run around with batteries in your inventory and right click and drain the battery into the my goodness, the drill. As you can see here, let me get all this stuff out here. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, take that off. So the backpack has its drawback that you have to take off your chest plate, but that's not too much of an issue if you're still fairly careful. Backpack on. As you're mining, what happens is instead of it drawing power from the drill, it actually draws power from the backpack. So you can see you've got your 10,000 units there, which it goes fairly quick, to be honest. I mean, you can see there I had a full backpack, 60,000 units, and I just used what, almost 3,000 units just digging out 9 blocks, 10 blocks. So it can go fairly quickly. That's why trying to mine with this thing without a backpack, I just found that I was taking out tons of batteries or running back to charge this thing up all the time. And then I found that the generator, like just plugging it straight into a generator, was just felt like a long way around. So linked 2 generators together with the bat box, plugged it in there, that was much faster. And then obviously I went looking a little bit about how to speed things up, or how to stay down in the mine longer with a mining laser, with a mining drill. And then discovered this little piece of glory. There's an upgraded version of this as well called a lap pack. Let me just see. Lap. Yeah, as you can see, that holds 300,000 units compared to the 60,000 units. So you could stay down there for a long time with a lap pack, and it is fairly cheap to make. In fact, I could probably make that now. The only downside to that is 300,000 units for the backpack, lab pack, but the back box only stores 40,000 units. And this thing takes a while to charge. I've got a solar panel upstairs that I'll show you in a second, and the 2 generators. But when I've got the backpack plugged in there, I find that it's a long time to charge. So I found out that there is an upgraded version of that called an MFE, I think, MFE. But that requires 4 diamonds, because these energy crystals is just diamonds surrounded by redstone, and I don't have 4 diamonds yet, so that's my next upgrade that I'm going for. Machine block, really easy. Refined iron, insulated gold cable, again really easy. Rubber, gold, and then rubber plus that again. Very easy to make. So the only thing I'm waiting for is the diamonds. I've got to get them going, and then I shall upgrade to, let me just get back in there, to the MFE. It doesn't actually say how much that stores, but I want to say it's 100,000 units. I think it's about 100,000 units that it holds, whereas this is 40,000. It might be more. I mean, it's probably more if that lap pack holds 300,000 units. I'm guessing you can just pop it in there and there'll be enough buffer in the MFE to fill a lap pack up. So maybe 300,000 units, maybe 5. I shall find out and let you know. So yeah, that's what I've got going on so far. Got my old macerator. That was the first thing I made with the generator actually. So I had a generator that was just stuck alongside this thing, and it was doing alright. I mean, it's slow going. I think there's a faster way to do this, but yeah, my setup here is fairly tidy, I think. Just copper cable, go into the back box, the solar power, the solar panel that I've got at the top comes down and into the back box, that trickles in there, and then the back box will feed my machines that I have here. So I can extend this or narrow it down. Obviously I'm going to have to move the whole thing kind of forward a bit to get it in the chunk and maintain the tidiness aspect of it. What's going on here? Why have I got that? Over here I've been looking at making a pulverizer with a powered furnace. I think it's a powered furnace, so I can just pop things into a pulverizer. It'll get smelted in the powered furnace and then ejected out the side into a chest. And I've been messing around here with the redstone, so I actually got this working kind of. I can have 2 of the engines running. If I pop a redstone here, just see if I've got any redstone. Let's have a look. Nope. If I pop a redstone there, it just creates a loop and the engines don't actually get powered. Are they working? Well, there we go. So turn that off because it's not connected to anything. Yeah, that's my plan there. So this is eventually going to be full of machines, I'm hoping, with all different things. And then on downstairs is going to be where I store liquids. I've seen, like, to make steel, some of the more advanced machines you need steel plates and things like that. I'm going to need a blast furnace or 2. I'm going to make 2 blast furnaces here. I'm going to automate it so that the coal coke goes straight into the blast furnace. Excuse me. Yeah, I just don't know if you can do that. I'll find out. This is storing creosote oil. I'm not sure what that's for. All you do here is pop some coal in there, pop some coal in there, and it takes a long time for this. I don't know if there's a way to speed it up. Don't think there is. I'm not sure what you do over here either. Guess that's another way to do it. Oh no, wait. Does that give me a... Let me see if I've got a bucket. Does that give me creosote? Just dump that down there for now. I'll come... Whoa! Yeah, it does. Now what do I do with that? Uh-oh. Can I not get back in there? Let's try this. So I go... Boink, boink, boink. Oh, liquid fuel. 3.2k, 4k EU. So it needs to be a liquid fueled firebox. 3.2k heat. Cool. I'll figure that one out. Let's just get rid of this. It's a bit silly of me. I didn't realise it was going to eat my bucket. Boink. Alright, so yeah, there must be a way to get that stuff out of there. I've seen tanks and things getting made before, so I'll probably make like a big tank here. Maybe some of them new multi-tanks. That'll be pretty cool. Wonder if I could have tanks on the roof. Yeah, that would look pretty neat. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Okay, so next time, guys, what we're going to do is take a look at the other guys' houses. We'll show you what's going on over there. Obviously, you've already seen a sneak preview of what Blood's got going on in his little castle in the sky. We'll go take a detailed look at that. Really exciting, so stay tuned. Hope to catch you in my next video, and be safe. Take care, guys. Bye bye.